Hello there everyone, my name is Anthony Avina and welcome to another edition of The Writer's Corner. Today's episode is brought to you, of course, as always, by The Book Depository. With some of the best book deals online, The Book Depository is the leading provider of books across the world online. If you'd like to see the latest sales, discounts, and more at The Book Depository, click the link down below to check out what's new there on their site. For those of you watching this episode, you may realize that this is my birthday month. This is the month that I, celebrate my birth pretty much. Besides being a writer, I am a voracious reader. I love reading. Stephen King once said, "If you don't have time to read, you don't have time or the tools to write." Simple as that. And I think those are wise words. If you want to be a writer, you have to have a thirst for reading as well. I think the two go hand in hand. I know I read all the time. I read daily. And I actually like having the hard copy books in my hand, but I have my phone just in case I'm out and about and I feel like reading. I can use my Amazon Kindle app to read it whatever I want. If you'd like to read some of my stuff on your Amazon Kindle app, you can click the link down below to check out my Amazon page. Shameless self-promotion. Anyways, with that in mind, I wanted to give you guys my March 2015 book recommendations. These are the books that I want to read the most. With that in mind, here is my March 2015 book wish list. The first book I'd like to recommend or suggest or pretty much just put out there that I want to read is Zoe Suggs' Girl Online. A lot of these books have already been out, so this is not new books per se. Even though the book deals a lot with, it's like a young adult book, I like the mystery element of it, because I believe it deals with her love having, a secret of his own, and I actually really enjoy reading stuff about the world of YouTube because I do believe it's an emerging market, a place for creative people to put themselves out there. So I am very interested in this, and despite what a lot of the critics' complaints about her having a ghostwriter help her with it, I actually really appreciate someone who's willing to admit that they need help and willing to work with someone to write something. And if you guys have watched any of my videos where I've mentioned this book before, you know my feelings on it. For those of you who don't, ghostwriting is a perfectly legitimate, business, and she never claimed to have written the book all on her own anyway. So I think everyone who hasn't read the book, including me, should go get their copy of Girl Online soon, because I know I really would like to read it. The next book I'd like to read is I Hate My Selfie by Shane Dawson. Now this book is definitely new, and I'm really excited I really know I'm going to read this soon. This book's a collection of short stories and essays that Shane Dawson himself wrote. Shane Dawson is the one who actually got me interested in YouTube years and years ago. For those of you who don't know the story, he was one of the first interviews our magazine did, and he was a really nice, upstanding guy, and he still is. And I just really am interested in learning more about, his, growing up and his life pretty much. So that is why I Hate My Selfie is the next book on the list. The next book on the list is The Mortal Instruments, book 6 or 7, I want to believe. It's called City of Heavenly Fire. It's, I think, the last book in that main series of The Mortal Instruments. I love the series. I've been reading it for a couple years now. It is a young adult series, and there's a lot of fantasy horror elements to it, and it's a really amazing story. Lots of action, lots of romance, and just overall really good, and I'd like to finish the series, so that is why The Mortal Instruments, City of Heavenly Fire is next on my list. Now we get to my top 2 favorite authors. The first is going to be Saint Odd by Dean Koontz. Saint Odd is the final book in the Odd Thomas series, and I really want to see how that story ends. The Odd Thomas series has been one of the most engaging series I've read in a long time. It's my favorite Dean Koontz series. The man is like a fantastic writer, and I really admire him, so Saint Odd is next on my list. And finally, Stephen King's Revival is one I'd be really interested to read. It's got to do a lot with the ups and downs of religious fervor. It's a lot about the whole, revival tents where you go, people flock to hear ministers preach that they can perform miracles and stuff, and it's about a man who's struggled most of his life with addiction and stuff, and it seems like a really interesting read. It's one of Stephen King's latest books, so I'm really interested in reading it. So, Revival by Stephen King is definitely towards the top of my list of books I want to read right now. That's it, everyone. Thanks for watching this episode of The Writer's Corner. In the comments below, I want you to tell me what book you're most interested in reading right now. If you haven't yet, check out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. I do daily vlogging, I do daily podcasts, The Writer's Corner on Wednesdays, and random videos on Fridays. Very interactive online, so if you would like to check me out on other social media sites, click the description box down below to find me on all the social media sites you can. And if you'd like to check out my books, my Amazon author page is down below. Thank you guys for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up. Help support the channel and help build this fan base up, because I really like to build a community around this channel and get to know you guys. Leave comments. Feel free, whatever comments you want. If you have questions for me, leave them and I'll be happy to answer them. And like this video, comment on it, favorite it, and share it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys for watching. This is Anthony Avina, signing off. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.